member at the scene. Do you know him? Yes, I know him. This is what he is. He's relating to me. Are you aware that he is at this type of a place? No, I'm not aware. That was his response to me. Because it was me who made a call to him after even getting the number from him. Then, what work is he doing at the station? He explained. Can you, what I said, because I am suspecting something here, can you, in the meantime, prepare for me his PEP file? That will clarify his job description for me so that I will be able to use it at a later stage. Then he said, yes, I will as well send one of the people from my section that will come and obtain your statement in relation to the activities of this member. Are you free? He said yes.
Yeah. If you could just answer it directly, do you know or do you not know whether it's what is CIMEC, what is it? Yes, whether it falls under crime intelligence.
It does not fall under crime
intelligence. It does not. Thank you very much. That's all I wanted.
Colonel, before we leave that paragraph, what I wanted to take you to is the statements of the two officers. So maybe we can start with the statement of Ndou, which is at page, if you can go to page 306.
Yes, I got the statement.
Yes, and if you then go to paragraph 4, he deals with his arrival at Scania. Can you see that at paragraph 4?
Yes.
Can we just go through paragraphs 4 and 5? Can you read that?
On our arrival at Scania IRA10, at the gate, we were met by a security officer at the gate and was escorted to the reception area where we found a black Nissan buggy with registration number with this next to the buggy, and we look. Next to the buggy was a yellow truck with registration number 8.
No need to read the registration. And then paragraph 5.
Whilst I got out of the vehicle, I was approached by Warrant Officer Mohana by showing his appointment card, and who introduced a traffic officer named Mashava, and followed me that they were told me that they were following information in regard to drugs from IRA10 to Scania IRA10 since yesterday, and informed us, myself and Makungula, that they are
going to...
They are going to arrest the drug driver for possession of drugs.
Because they
informed the bags, they...
Loaded?
No, is it loaded?
The bags loaded?
But it seems they intend...
loaded at the back of
they
the
loaded
buggy
the
contains
bags,
drugs. Can you see
the
that?
The bags loaded at the back of the Scania drugs, and that they are going to book the bags, the drug driver.
At
He informed them that The bags, as well as the suspect showed,
Suspect
should
should be booked.
that
Yes, that the suspect should be booked.
should be booked and detained at SAPS Boysen
Should be
because
booked and detained at Subs Poisons because
Because-
the drugs were recovered at Subs Poisons
Boysen's
area.
area.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's fine. What I want you to perhaps comment on is, he goes on in that paragraph to talk about their argument between themselves and officers Mahano and Mashaba regarding where the exhibits and the suspects should go. But if you see his account of when he arrives and what happens, he doesn't include there the crucial information related to their attempt to leave. And that's it's an important thing because that's the basis upon which everybody else is radioed out because they are police trying to leave with exhibits.
That point is not highlighted in here.
Yes. And I don't mean for us to go to that statement as well, but if you look at the statement of Makumbila, who's the partner to Ndou, right, which is at page 140, we don't need to go there. He also doesn't mention that there was an attempt by Mahano and Mashaba to leave, and that's why they had to block them. You can take my word for it, but we can also go there if you are unsure. And then the other thing I want to show you is if we go to page 123. And at page 123, oh, sorry, let me just wait for you to get there.
Yes, I'm at 1, 2, 3.
That's the access to information request that you made to get the radio, the transcript of the radio conversation between the 10111 desk and Sergeant Ndou.
Correct.
And just for good measure, you'll see in Sergeant Ndou's statement, he confirms that he is BS 12, things like Bravo Sierra 12.
Yes.
He says so in his
Yes.
statement. And if you look at this conversation that he's having, where he's having to report back to the 10111 desk, if you look at 2.30, at the bottom of the page, that's where the report back happens.
1, 2, at 1, 2, 3.
Yes, oh, sorry, my apologies. The next page, 124.
Yes, 1, 2, 4. Yes.
The report back is at 2.30,
3, 0. Yes.
where the controller is asking them for an update, and he responds there at 11:23:22 a.m. Can you read that?
At 11:23:22 a.m. BS 12.
Yes.
Yes, BS 12. At that complaint, I written truck hijacking. The truck was not hijacked. The truck was being escorted by the police. They suspected that there was something wrong under the truck, and the truck was opened and found drugs inside the truck. The driver will be arrested. There is only one suspect.
Yes. Now, again, just to point out that even when Sergeant Ndou gives a report back to the 10111 desk, he doesn't mention that there's a crime happening, i.e. police officers trying to leave with the drugs. Instead, it looks like he's reporting back that there's an operation happening where police have discovered drugs and that the truck driver has been arrested.
That is correct. That is that way.
Yes. So, and just to complete the picture, just on this point, if you look at the statements of other people who were there at the scene, whether it's Miss Wenzel, Mtungwa, who was there to unpack, Masetla, who had to cooperate with loading the bags. All of them don't mention anything related to the truck, the bakkie wanting to leave.
That is correct.
And on my study of this docket, the people who mentioned the bakkie trying to leave are not the ones that were there at the time. So, for example, Mohoboya also hears it third hand that the bakkie was trying to leave. Maybe another important person to note is Walker from Scania, who arrives at the same time with Ndou and Makambili.
Yes.
He too mentions nothing about the truck trying to leave, the bakkie trying to leave.
Yes.
Yes, so is it not strange that the people who were there at the time, particularly when the Boyson's vehicle drives in, none of them, including the sergeants involved, mention the Mahano's attempt to leave with the drugs?
It is strange.
Yeah. So are we going to leave it as it's just strange?
No, we cannot leave it as like it is strange.
Yes.
Commissioners must be informed about the incident. When we are the first member at the scene, the people that you called to the scene, or one should say, if indeed there was a legitimate operation, normally, after this feedback by Sergeant Ndou to 10-111, what should have happened was for Ndou to say, all those who were called to the scene can cancel because the operation is clean. Then again, why am I saying that it's strange for Ndou not to state what he said? Because he even goes further. He phoned his uncle, who's warrant officer to say, this is what the scene looks like. This is what this person is saying. And fortunate enough, Johannesburg unit is not far from Ireton. They went there. When I arrived, Warrant Officer Khotso is still having the information, the first-hand information he got from Sergeant Ndou. After receiving that from Sergeant Khotso, I interviewed Sergeant Ndou. Sergeant Ndou gave me the very same picture, that the reason why you see me stopping in front of this vehicle, it was about to leave. I had to block it. Then there were afforded opportunities after all these things was handled to go and make statements. You must remember, I as the investigator, I don't have to, because now it's my scene, I have to investigate. I don't have to look into what, because I must rely to what you told me first. When we are making statement, it is not supposed to be me who's obtaining my statement, as if maybe we are trying to build up something towards our goal. No, he made his statement somewhere to somebody, not to me. But his explanation differs to what now he is writing under oath. It's indeed concerning.
And
See, it would be different if the discrepancy related only to what he said in a statement made some time after the event. But now we are talking about a contemporaneous response made at the time of the radioing between him and the receiving end, the radio receiving end. And as I say and I emphasize, this is contemporaneous. It's happening, you know, as matters are unfolding at the stage. So it's totally different to or from a situation of a narration of a historical event, a narration that takes place in a statement. Do you see what I mean?
You are
This
correct.
appears to be contemporaneous, and
You are correct. I also had a chance to check at the date at which the statement was deposed. Then, indeed, it was on the same day. You are therefore correct, Commissioner, to say it's a spontaneous thing.
all right, thank you.
If I understand you correctly, you are saying, just looking at page 19, photo 2, same bundle, you are saying the only reason for the sub's vehicle to park in front of the black bakkie was to block it from leaving, because there could be no other reason for them parking in front of it when there's so much parking area nearby, or even park in front of the truck if they wanted to.
They
And you
could-
say the only reason for them parking directly in front of the black bakkie is to prevent it from leaving.
That is correct.
And there can't be any other explanation, because if that was not the case, they would have parked anywhere else except in front of the black bakkie.
That is correct, Commissioner.
And that was really your response to Advocate Paul.
That is correct.
Although you accept that in the written statements, this part about them blocking the vehicle and why they blocked it is not there. And we
Yes.
must accept that it's not there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
I must accept.
That paragraph in that page 124, that report by
100 and
124, that transcript to the center, to the control center, the one that you were reading, this is Ndou reporting BS 12. Remember where you were reading? At 2.30, 11/23/22.
yes.
That report back that you were discussing now. You see where I am?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't the possible explanation for that kind of report by Ndou, where he says the truck was being escorted by the police, it's not a hijacking, is it not explained, perhaps, that kind of report by the fact that the original report was that there is a truck hijacking? And so he went to look at this, and the report he got, what he was reporting back is it's not a truck hijacking.
I think
It's a truck that was being escorted by the police.
I can also think that way, Commissioner.
All right, thank you.
Then, Colonel, in relation to Officer Mahani being seated in the vehicle, did you come to know of General Khan ever being on the scene?
No,
And the role that he may have played?
no.
All right, thank you. Then we can go to paragraph 10. Oh, my apologies, I think you covered this, that he was trying to call Brigadier Luel.
You are true? Yes.
Then I think we can go to paragraph 11.
On paragraph 11, Colonel Ludwig then arrived immediately after the drop. In fact, it was supposed to be after he dropped his phone with General Kadwa and Brigadier Loyal. Then I approached Colonel Ludwig. We were then joined by Colonel Kekana, the unit commander of Serious Corruption Investigation in Johannesburg, who was with, it was supposed to, Johannesburg, who was with the section commander at the same unit, Lieutenant Colonel Mabasa. Warrant Officer Rekhozo and his unit commander, Colonel Maluleka, then joined together with Brigadier Luella, they joined us in that meeting.
Okay, maybe let's take a step back. Colonel Ludik, you say arrived immediately after dropping his phone with General Kadwa. So they didn't arrive together.
They arrived together. But after having arrived together, because already at that time, I requested the people not to be nearer the scene. They stopped where other members of the police and members of the same company were stopped. Then the person that I spoke to was Colonel Ludik, but he arrived together with General Kadwa and Brigadier Loel.
Just so that we can locate what you are saying, can I ask you to go to page 103? That's just the sketch plan. That was drawn by Warrant Officer Woods. Ne? It seems to be showing us a kind of an aerial view.
Yes.
So when you say, when did Colonel Ludik and Kadwa arrive? Do you recall?
Commissioners, if I can, in fact, at that scene, it did not take, in fact, we were arriving in drips and drabs. It was not taking, like to say, 10, 20 minutes to arrive. When we arrived, we were still busy, this one arrives. When we were still, this one arrives.
Okay. So from your position, you were talking to Officer Mohana when they arrived, but you say they stopped where other officers were.
Where other officers were.
If this is of any assistance, can you show us on the sketch plan where they were standing approximately?
On paragraph 103.
Page 103.
And on page 103.
Yes. The C and D